So you might be in a position where you're getting horrible FPS or basically frames per second on your PlayStation 4. Now, whether it's the PS4, PS4 Pro, or PS4 Slim, it really doesn't matter. You can get horrible, just graphics and horrible glitches going on in any game that you play. So the first thing I would recommend doing is, first of all, making sure your PlayStation 4, if you're playing an online game, making sure, you have a reliable internet connection, whether it's plugged in via Ethernet or whether you're plugged in or, playing wirelessly via Wi-Fi, making sure your internet connection is totally fine and you're not having any issues there. Typically, whenever most people have issues, this is the number one thing I'd recommend taking a look at. Now, for some reason, that's not an issue. The next thing you have to remember is that the PS4, although it's not a super old console, you can still get tons of different issues going on, in general. So depending on the game that you're playing and the graphics settings, if you have the original PS4 and you're trying to play like the craziest graphically intensive game right now, keep in mind that that may not always be a good mix. But the other thing I would recommend doing is making sure your PS4 isn't, overheating. This can be a very common issue as well, and I've personally seen this issue tons and tons of times. So what I would recommend doing here is just going through, taking your PlayStation 4 and just making sure that it has enough room to breathe around it and making sure that there's enough room for the console, enough to basically breathe for the most part, but also making sure that there's not a lot of dust in the back of those fans as well. Whenever you have a lot of dust kind of bringing into those specific fans, it can kind of clog up the back of that PS4. So that's another thing I'd recommend taking a look at as well. Now on top of that, you may just want to go ahead and see if there's an update available for your PS4. If you're playing all the latest games, and if you're playing it on the oldest software available for your PS4 that's supported, well, again, you might be in a great position if you just go ahead, update your PlayStation 4, and go ahead and basically just, try playing those games as of that point. Again, it might not be a guarantee, but it's another one of those things you can try doing. Now, I mentioned earlier that, if you're trying to play the most intensive game right now on your PS4, it may not work out properly. There are some games that allow you to change up the graphic profile settings as well. So just go through, change up those graphic profile settings, tune down the graphics a little bit. That can help increase the, FPS as well. So that pretty much covers it up. If you have any other thoughts or questions, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.